Hello my friends, I hope this video finds you well and doing the best you can under the circumstances in which we're all under. For today, I want to talk a little bit around your focus. And I want to talk a little bit around just the tricks our brain is playing on us to take our focus away from where it needs to be during times like these. And the mind does start to play a few tricks. And the way you know it plays a few tricks is by thinking about where are my thoughts going when I start to relax. And I know from a lot of conversations I've had this week, there's still a conversation around when do you think we'll be back to where we were? How long do you think it'll take before we go back to the way things were? And without trying to make everyone feel a little depressed, they're never going back to the way they were. They're never going to be the same. The way we operate will never be the same. It doesn't mean there won't be similarities in the terms of how we can operate our businesses. It doesn't mean there's not similarities of what was working prior to COVID-19 will still work post it potentially. But what we have to do as business owners is take today as the new norm. Take the pieces that we have in front of us and construct the best opportunity that we can for ourselves personally, but also the businesses we run. How do we use these pieces to start to find a way to move forward? How do we emotionally take these pieces and see them as an opportunity rather than what it used to be? Because we have to calibrate that. We have to find a way to look for the positive in what we can do right now, not what's been taken away from us. Because I get the feeling that generally out there, people are going into a hibernation. They're basically saying, well, what I need to do is just really pull back now, and I need to just settle and wait and see. It's hibernation. But one might describe it as putting our head in the sand. This is not a holiday. This is not a take some time off and sit at home. If you literally can't operate your business right now, you should be reinventing the next one. If you can't operate the way you were, we should be thinking about how can we operate differently? And if we can't operate differently, what are we going to do as soon as we can start operating in a way that we used to? This is not a time to slow down. And I'm sorry with all the extra pressure on you. I realize there's so much things happening in every aspect of your life, in our communities, in our families. Every single part of our life is affected right now or has changed from what it was. But that doesn't mean in our businesses and who we are as leaders that we have the choice not to grab the pieces we can and figure out, how do I recalibrate this? How do I stay present with the pieces that I have to get the best outcome I can possibly find right now? Because if we're not doing that, we're waiting for something else to happen to affect our lives. We're essentially giving away that control. And that might be fine for a small holiday, few hours, thinking about things like that, but it's certainly not the strategy that's going to get you through this period. And more importantly, when we're through this period, give you the strength and the enthusiasm to grab what you've been doing and accelerate forward. This won't be the end of the world for everyone. This will be a very tough time for a lot of people, a lot of businesses. But for all of us here, for those of us that are determined to grow our companies, for those of us that truly feel like leaders in this position, it's time to grab the pieces we can and do the best with what we've got today. And if the pieces change tomorrow, we grab them as well. But be enthusiastic. This is either going to be the greatest opportunity in the world for you or something that'll take years and years to recover because it'll emotionally feel like it's different to what we thought we had. And that is tough, and it does take some energy. But the great thing about this is you get to decide. You still get control of that. So be positive, reach out for help, ask for help, give help, but lead. Be the leader you know you are. When we get out of this, you're going to have a muscle that you didn't know that you had prior to this, and you're going to have a level of execution power that you never had before. And that is an amazing asset for us to work with going forward and for you to still get everything you want in life. I hope you're well. Keep pushing. I'll see you very soon.